I'm going to get you. It's Halloween time for TVG. This is the Halloween special for Total Evercade Podcast. Rest in peace, Ryan.
Good evening. It is just gone 8 o'clock. We are still in spooky season here. It's always spooky season in my house. So there we go. There we go. It is still spooky season. That's how I'm going to get round that. Good evening, everyone. You are all very welcome as we jump into episode 70. Can you believe it? 140 weeks of Total Evercade Podcast. Unbelievable.
That's mental when you say that.
Unbelievable. So we are missing a triangle face. We hope he is well. Of course, guess in the chat what has happened to him in the first 5 seconds if you can. If you do, you win bragging rights, and then we'll let you know what's actually happened. But of course, we have got Blunners.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I made it. And Icy, you have leveled up. You've been gifted a membership from myself.
Super duper. And also the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Derek, I've knighted you. Derek, Sir Top and Hat. We may have a slight delay. Good evening, Derek. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can indeed, loud and clear.
There he is. There he is. Good evening, Derek. Yes, so the first correct answer was, in fact, from Dave Newland. Yes, he has had a trouser accident, although Gene Joke said a hat accident. So that could be, that could always be an interesting take. But yes, we are back. We've got lots to talk about, as you will see from the title. We are going to be talking about the keychains and Neo-Geo 2 and 3, which are out in America already. So we've got so much to talk about. So let's have a quick rundown. Let's see who we have got in the chat. Mr. Skippins, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Colin Brown, good evening, Colin. We got Paul Brennan, good evening, Paul. Timothy Earnshaw, good evening. Vernon Couchman, Rob Taylor. We got Light Speeder, good evening, everyone. Gene Joke, of course. Nick Craddock. We got Keith Little, Dave Newland. Good evening, Chris Dunham, Dominic Bradley, good evening. Sheepy124, howdy. We got Scott Streeter. I've got to ask what is in the little photo, the avatar for the one previous, because that does look like, it looks a bit like Mr. Hankey on the set of Dex. It does look like Mr. Hankey on the set of Dex.
The Christmas Boo.
Oh, I love it. Steve B, good evening. We have got everyone in the Peter Redwin, good evening, Peter. We have got lots of people. Ross, good evening, Ross. Ryan, good evening, Ryan. It's always good to see you, my friend. Hopefully I'll see you at work this week. Gamertron, yes, Gamertron, lovely to see you. MI Tech, Tales from the Junland, Guernsey P. We have got everyone in the house. Oh, and Chris 360, good evening. It's great to see some new names in here as well. So welcome aboard, everyone. You are, of course, very, very welcome. It's a keyboard
nut.
Okay. Right, let's jump in to the first topic, which will not shock anyone. What are you playing? So, Blunners, what are you playing?
So I haven't played as much Evercade as I wanted to, but I have been playing a bit of Technos Arcade 1 on my Alpha. Have also been playing a bit of Roadcraft, which is still in my Evercade XP. But yeah, Technos mainly playing Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 3 I always find a bit odd. Minky Monkey I'm not very good at. But yeah, them two, mainly Double Dragons and Double Dragon 3 from when I used to play back in the day as a kid growing up. I love a bit of side-scrolling beat-em-ups, especially on arcade.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and Roadcraft obviously still speaks for itself. I still haven't been able to complete it on the hardest difficulty
Mm-hmm.
with the wizard. So yeah, I've been getting my ass handed to me in the later stages. But the resume function, which was part of the update, has been brilliant for me. Really, that's such a great addition, I think.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, I'm glad that you are getting on with that. I have yet to actually have a bash with the resume feature. I think I could manage to get up to about sort of level 7, level 8. And yeah, then I sort of put it down in favor of what I've been playing recently, which I'll get to in a moment. But Derek, what have you been playing?
Well, again, like Blunders, I haven't had a massive amount of time to play my Evercade, but when I have been on it, I've been on my Evercade Alpha and thoroughly enjoying Knights of the Round. It's a firm favorite. It's a brilliant built-in game. I know some people do complain it's a little bit samey, but I'll tell you what, you collect those power-ups, you get that golden armor, and honestly, I mean, you can really be a challenge for some of those later on bosses and actually take no damage. I've been having a fantastic time with it and really building up to be able to lessen the amount of credits I use to reach the end.
Mm-hmm.
That has been when I've had 5 minutes is just to get on that alpha. But I did love hearing Minky Monkey mentioned. I'm a massive fan of Monkey Junior, and that game is very sort of. If nobody has checked it out in the comments, really, you need to go and pick that cartridge up. It's a firm favorite of mine, and when you get used to it, when you grab that fruit and whatnot, and you get to the third level, honestly. There's such fun to be had. It is a brilliant game, but it does take practice. It's very simplistic. You've just got to jump and use the ropes, basically. So, yeah, lots of practice. But, yeah, honestly, once you get it down, you really can get quite far. I found once I got off that first level, the second level, the third stage, etc., it just sort of comes naturally. So yeah, it's just a case of really practicing at it and just avoiding that little customer who's trying to knock you off the ropes or knock all your fruit down, and also take advantage. I think Tabasco bottles. I think that's what it's meant to be. You pick up a Tabasco bottle and he's got problems on his hands. So yeah, look out for those popping up on the screen.
Minky Monkey. I mean, has to be one of the greatest titles for a video game of all time, really, doesn't it? Minky Monkey. What a game. I have been playing still my Neo-Geo Collection 1. I have been absolutely enjoying this. I'm getting my money's worth from it. Absolutely. I have finished Metal Slug a couple of times, slowly getting better at not just pumping in 1,000 coins and actually trying to be a little bit more tactful rather than just gun, run, and hope for the best, knowing I can just pump it full of quarters. King of Fighters, I've been really enjoying. It's never a franchise that I've been able to get too into, so I'm really enjoying getting into King of Fighters. I would really love to see more King of Fighters games on Evercade, I have to say. Really been enjoying that. But the big sort of shock one for me is Ironclad. I'd had a quick blast on it before just to see what it was like and thought, okay, yep, it's a top-down shooter. It looks pretty cool. Didn't think I'd enjoy it quite as much as I am. It's not like the typical sort of bullet hell type shooter. You can actually dodge things with a reasonable sort of reaction time. Graphically, Ironclad is absolutely phenomenal. I can't quite get over how good looking that game is, and I can't help but think what that must have looked like when you put that into your Neo-Geo or even played it at the arcade the first time round. It was, yeah, that game has really taken me by surprise, just quite how much I am enjoying that. I'm not normally a shooter person, but I think even the sort of more critical people of shooters would probably get a kick out of that one. I genuinely would be intrigued to see what Ryan would think of it, because I know Ryan is also not overly keen on shooters, but there's something about this one that is really good fun. So yeah, I am certainly getting my money's worth out of Neo Geo Arcade Collection 1.
I'll tell you, it's an absolute fantastic cart, Neo Geo Arcade 1. Like I've said when I've done a review back when they first announced it and I went and played all the games, I was shocked at how, and I was like, yeah, for me, this is up there as one of the carts of the year. 2 and 3, we'll talk about later, are good, but they ain't as good as this first cart. I think this first cart it's really good.
Yeah, really, really good. So yeah, cannot wait to see what happens when the next 2 carts land. So let's jump to our first topic. This one is probably going to be talked about the longest, I would say, and I think we've probably all got some interesting thoughts on it, and that is, of course, the keychains from Hyper Megatech. They are out. People are playing them. People are reviewing them. They exist, and we are going to talk about them. So I have the link here. So what I'm going to do is share my screen while I ask you guys what you think. So
yeah, I'm just looking at them now. They're all still available in stock as well. They're all still available.
Yeah.
So 20 English pounds.
Yeah. Blunners. I mean, what I would do is I'll just click through each one so we can sort of see them up close and whatnot. But yeah, Blunners, what are your thoughts now they're there? Have you managed to see anybody review them at all?
Yeah, so I was sent Crazy Burger's video when that was the first one that when I first got a good look at them to see actually what they're about. And yeah, it was the first time. Like he did say that he bought them all himself as well, so you could tell he didn't seem that happy with them. He thought they're a bit pricey for what they are. 3 AAA batteries, the D-pad, the buttons, the actual unit itself's a lot bigger than you think, and it's not something I don't think you would be able to fit on a normal set of keys. I think this is more like that picture head there. It's more set for on the side of a bag. But yeah, like Sean has said on other podcasts that this was more of an aimed at the American market. And I know Ryan has said about getting into like different shops and different retailers and stuff, but honestly, I don't think I've ever seen Evercade anywhere. I've only ever seen it once or twice out in the wild, if you know what I mean. I've actually seen it once or twice in game when it first came out. Other than that, I might see it in CEX, so I don't actually see these anywhere. I think you're mainly going to get more sales out of these out of like being in a Robert Dyer's or a, do you know what I mean? Or a, so yeah, Burger Time. I think Burger Time's probably one of the better ones. I think the fact that you can only get the fact that one of them only comes with one game, I think lets that down. But the actual Burger Time one would be the one I would go for if I was to get one. But for me, it's not for me at the minute. It's not something I'm going to pick up, to be honest.
No. Derek, what are your sort of initial thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, like Blunners, I've seen the Crazy Burger video. Yeah, I was slightly concerned about the buzzing sound coming out of the Data East unit. Hopefully he sent that back and got a replacement now. So that would be good news. Perhaps if he's in the chat, he can let us know if that replacement's arrived and that he's happy with it. It's not sort of a blanket thing across all units. The millipede one, I sort of felt you'd need to have hired the Hubble telescope to see the screen. Unfortunately, we don't have access to that. So I think that would be a definite no-no for my eyes at my time of life. Again, the sound seemed very weird with Space Invaders. What was quite going on there, I don't know. So yeah, I'd like to see a couple more reviews and see if the reviewers, if they pick up on that whole sound thing with Space Invaders. That'd be quite interesting. But yeah, I mean, the price tag of £20, that is a lot of money. I mean, even if you're thinking about a Secret Santa at work, £20, that's a lot of money. Are you going to want to spend it all on one keyring for a member of staff? I don't know about that. Do I think Blaze have latched onto something? I don't know. I'd rather have seen perhaps their efforts put into some bigger licenses, some better games for the Evercade, rather than running more sort of gadgety gizmo things. As you say, these probably will. Hopefully they'll sell quite well with like Mankind, or I don't know, is Argos stocking them? I've no idea. I'm not even sure. I've even never typed in key rings on Argos. Perhaps it just comes under retro stuff or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I can obviously Blaze makes more money out of hardware than they do out of software. I get that. So, this sort of adds to sort of CEOs' pay rises and things like that if they can net a good bit for selling this type of stuff. Do I think it's going to do well? So far, myself, once on Twitter and once on Facebook, I've seen somebody that's purchased all four. So that's two people at the moment. Obviously, that's minus Crazy Burger. So we'll call that three because that's one on YouTube. But otherwise, I've seen people pick up an odd one here or there, but certainly not all four or two or three. So I don't know how much they'll catch on. Are they really aimed at the Evercade community? I don't think so. This sort of thing, for instance, I couldn't display in the glass cabinet. How am I meant to sort of keep it upright and stuff? Then I have to start buying holders to put it in and all that sort of stuff. And how, I'd have to make sure I took all the batteries out, because obviously you've got to buy your own batteries when you have one of these. So yeah, for myself, I just don't think they display very well. So it's perhaps something I wouldn't go down. I wouldn't even particularly want one as a Christmas gift, for instance. Is it aimed more at the American market? Well, I have spoken to some Americans because I was very intrigued with this, and maybe this is all part of Blaze's big push to conquer the United States. They seem to be moaning that it's about $35 in America. Wow. That's a lot of money. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at about 25 quid for a key ring.
So it's £26.
Yeah, exactly. 26 quid for a keyring. That's a lot of money. Now, I know this is the main sort of target audience, according to Sean, that they're sort of going for the Americans. I don't know what sort of other price keyrings of this style go for over there, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how well it does. Again, I've been keeping my eye on retailers. If anybody has gone out of stock of these, nobody has currently that I've been checking anyway. So perhaps anybody in the comment section, if you've seen any retailers, do let me know. But yeah, obviously I've been very, very intrigued and interested, and also to see if people are going to add them to their Evercade collections. I'm keeping mine strictly to Evercade items going forward, I would imagine. It doesn't mean I wouldn't pick up the odd Super Pocket if it really tempted me. If it was something, sort of Rainbow Islands or Parasol Stars, I'll be right down that rabbit hole. But otherwise, I'm going to try and keep it strictly Evercade. So maybe another Alpha, but again, that's in the Evercade family, so we're okay. But yeah, I'm intrigued by these. Certainly, I've enjoyed watching some people's videos and things like that. But yeah, I think at the moment I'm gonna say pass.
So Nicholas has put here that his Space Invaders one also buzzes in sound. The sound of the game sounds like the NES version that was only released in Japan.
Yeah, they're not the arcade versions. Asteroids is the 7,800 version, I think. Yeah, so yeah, they're not the a lot of them are not the arcade versions. So please don't purchase them thinking that. I've never said they are the arcade versions.
Yeah, I think for me it's a difficult sell, purely because it's like you say, it's not really. It doesn't feel like it's aimed at that. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's aimed at the Evercade sort of ecosystem. It feels much more like a like a branch into something different, trying something else. Let's see what else we can, what other product we can kind of come out with, and just see what sticks. Because you never know. This might be like a funny little sleeper hit that people really like. Certainly for me as a gamer, I think the screen is too small. For me specifically, I do have to, obviously you can see I wear glasses, and if I'm going to play something that's that small, I will have to take my glasses off and sort of hold the screen a bit closer to my face. But ultimately, if I'm going to do handheld gaming with Evercade, I'm going to do it on the EXP or the Super Pocket, because I still enjoy my Super Pocket. I've got the Taito one; it's great. Of course, I still use my EXP quite a lot as well. I don't think I would use this as a gaming system. It's not really a system, is it? I can't really call it a system, but I certainly wouldn't pick playing Burger Time on that over playing Burger Time on the EXP or the Super Pocket if I was going to do that.
But do you think this is a waste of resources? Is this something that they could have? They've brought out 4 of these. The packaging looks great, and it does look great. But
yeah.
What about, do you know what I mean? Is surely they could have spent their time doing something which I don't know, something like a bit more kick ass, a bit more like we're now delayed on games. Is this because they were too busy mucking about trying to sort these things
farting about with these
now we're waiting
things.
around on you know what I mean? Our stuff's all coming out at once. I don't know. I don't know. For me, like you get your schedule, you have to stick to it. I just find it a bit odd. That you can release the game chains and the other stuff, but you can't get all the games out on time. And have it all in stock so we can sell more of it and get the word out there a bit more. I don't know. I think it works. I really do hope it sells.
I think there's two comments here that do work. First one from Gamertron. It is a cool stocking filler gift. If you were to get that in your stocking at Christmas, it would be a genuine little delight on Christmas morning. But Shems is sort of onto it here. It should be €10. It should be £10.
Yeah.
That for me would be a solid price point. Now I appreciate that they do put extra effort into things like packaging, and as someone who does like packaging, that's a big tick for me. I like it when people put that extra effort in, and each of the keychains is numbered on the side in sort of typical Blaze uniformity. The packaging is nice, and the unit itself looks fun. Like the actual, when you look at it, it's loud, it's garish, it's 80s, it looks fun. But it just sort of stops being fun when it's 20 quid a pop. That for me is when it's, we're talking about the price of a car now. Which
Neo-Geo 2 or 3 or one of these keychains, I think.
I mean
Neo-Geo 2.
That's 17 pounds, and that's I've had a huge
discount?
amount. I don't know. It was just on Amazon 17. So, but
Whoa.
I've had a huge amount of entertainment from that for 17 quid so far. MI Tech saying £15 max. Like I still think 15 is a
I mean, I love the comment. I love the comment that said these could have doubled as a controller. Now, we all know that's possible with the Versus, because some of us still have our red leads where we could connect the handheld, if you remember, and use it as a controller. So again, Blaze knew about this technology. Now, imagine if you haven't got Space Invaders, but you own the keyring, you could have plugged it in and then played Space Invaders through your Versus. All little things like that would have just brought the games to the community and might have actually pushed those keychains a little bit more and made it a bit more worth that £20. But if there's one thing tonight we can take away from this, is we're all happy and elated and discussing the box it comes in, not the item, the box it comes in. That's what we love, the box. We're like a cat. We love a box. And if I was going to display something in a glass cabinet, it'd be the box, not the item. Isn't that cracking? We should be desperate for what's inside that box, but it's not. We actually love the packaging more. Perhaps next time Blaze could do it for, say, £5 and just sell the box, and we'll buy that. Yeah, save them wasting a load of resources on a load more and their old keychains. Just sell the box. Yeah,
I'm saying if I go in, if I see this, if I see any of them out in the wild, I'm saying it now, I will buy it if I see it out there. If I'm out and around and I see one around in the shops, I will buy one. I'm saying it now because
I'll be there with me suitcase, mate, with them all in there, 50 quid each.
Like they said, they used to be in Smith's, I think, but Argos isn't a physical store. If I see one out and about in like the stores, I will buy one just to prove like I want to see it. I want to see it out there. I want it to do well, but I just like you said, I don't think it's aimed at our market because obviously it's for the stocking fillers. But yeah, I think we go on to what was that picture that Derek put in earlier, Ollie? I'll bring this up.
Yeah, I can't find the actual product itself yet though. So we did try and have a look for this.
I don't know if someone's trying to steal some Evercade thunder, but this is what we've been sent here. Oh, this one.
So yes, this is My Arcade are doing a keychain. Now again, the packaging is a heck of a lot cheaper, but we can't actually find the product. Maybe somebody else who is infinitely better at looking around online. Try and find these. Drop us the link if you can find it, because I'd be interested to see how much these go for.
Because is that like the same size screen, but just a different, or like
pass?
Yeah,
I definitely buy it for Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Oh yes,
Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Mega Man. What's that one there? I can't
see. The one down the bottom right is an Atari one, but I don't.
Yeah, it's Atari.
There's a Tetris one at the top.
Tetris. Oh yeah, Tetris there. That's mental. Can you imagine Tetris on that? That's, do you know what I mean?
So people that are good at looking for things. There must be a market
for it that we.
Yeah, we're just not it, but there is a market for it. But yeah, people in the chat, try and find the link for those, the My Arcade ones, because I think that will be its direct competitor. So clearly there is a market for something. I mean, I was certainly in that camp of I don't know who the alpha's aimed at, and then I got behind an alpha and was like, crap, I need one. Yeah. So occasionally there are these moments where you
just only because I took a punt on it. Only because I took a punt. I didn't walk into a shop. I didn't see it anywhere. I didn't see it at any convention. I didn't see it when we were in Bristol or Notts. Didn't see an alpha anywhere, which is mental.
So I think with quite a lot of these things, when it's new and it's different and it doesn't
QVC, there you go.
25 quid. Crikey. That's put the link in the chat, Ryan. I certainly wouldn't be paying 25.
The NES version.
Yeah.
For the Game Boy one, I part with it. Yeah, I love the Game Boy version. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the best ever.
So yeah, it's an interesting one. I doubt this is going to be
more
something
than one game as well.
I doubt this will be the first this is the first. I doubt this will be the last time we'll talk about the key rings, especially if we end up seeing more.
Really quick, what will the next ones be? One game each. What do we reckon these next keychains? I'm calling it now.
Yeah, he's going Namco, I reckon.
Namco one. That's a good shout. Come back to me, Blinders. I'll have to have a think.
Okay. I reckon Neo-Geo. It'll be like a. Can you imagine a Metal Slug one? I think.
Yeah, you should do all four. And separate the games over it to exploit everybody. That would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Who'd ever think of doing that?
Yeah. They've got no system memory, have they? Actually, what memory is it? What can it actually run?
I'll tell you what. If they
Pico, yeah, that's a good idea.
If they released it, I would buy it.
You have to buy it, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Release this one.
Yeah, if you said it on this podcast, then you have to buy it. That's the rule. If they do 4 Neo Geo, it's on you. If they do 4 Namco, I gotta get them. Yeah.
Yeah. In
He's got to be
television.
careful with his pick later. He's going Konami
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
deal.
I'm-
I'll shake on it. I'm down with that.
So
If they bring
Yeah.
Neo-Geo,
I'm
I'll
gonna
buy
say
it.
I'm going in
And
television.
you're in
and
television
I will buy it for
for
Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually want him put through his letterbox.
Oh, no, that 8-bit.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to sign for, and they have to tape his letterbox on the outside to make sure he can't push him back.
Hell
Only 8
yeah.
bits, so it won't be Neo-Geo then. Double Dragon, maybe. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking Double Dragon.
work.
Double Dragon.
I think
Got the new one that's come out. Yeah. Oh, on television for Ryan. Yeah.
I do think though it's before we move on the major sticking point with these things isn't that they exist, and it isn't that Blaze are trying it. It's for me it's the price point. It's just a bit too much money. If it was £10, maybe even 12, £11.99 or something, get it to a real nice magic number, then I think you would be able to forgive it a little bit more.
I got one more
know.
question.
Go on then.
So, what game would they have to release that would make you instantly buy it? If it was only on a keychain, on one of these brand new keychains that come out. That's another thing. If it comes out, you got to buy it.
Do you
I'm
know
trying
what?
to
I don't know if there is a single game that would make me buy one, because the screen is just that small. So it would have to be something that you could have on a small screen that didn't require a lot of stuff going on.
Ooh.
That awesome box throwing game. Bomberman. I'm with you, Paul. That's not, yeah. If
Bomberman would
Bomberman
be
came
cool.
out, I'd definitely be all over that.
It's the kind of thing where Atari would do well, being able to play just some simple Atari games on something like that would work. Not that I want
Think about
one.
but you think about what licenses they've got, what they've got to use up. Atari, yeah. What would you have? Like, I don't know. What would be the killer one? Because the games they've released so far not for me. Not on a 2-inch screen that I can hardly see. But Bomberman.
I'll tell you
I
an
think, would be
interesting
good.
one.
Mm.
What about if they did a Donut Dodo one? It doesn't really require the buttons. It would definitely fit in on something like that, and that could be fun on the go.
I'd buy that if they did straight away.
Ryan's
Yeah, I'd support
absolutely.
him for
Probably
that.
would buy a flea one.
Yeah, I was about to say Ryan's nailed it.
Tapeworm.
Absolutely nailed it. If there was a flea one or a tapeworm one, I would buy that all day long. And again, I'd pay the 20 quid for it purely because it's an hour low game. Yeah. I'd be all in on that.
Supporting.
Yeah. So a flea one that would look great as well. The artwork that you could have on that little keychain for the flea. The back of it could be the flea. The back of the keychain could be the flea. Oh man.
Oh, the whole keychain could be a flea.
Yeah. Oh,
That's on the
There
side
you
of your
go.
back.
Yeah, sensible soccer one. I mean, that
Sensible
would be
Soccer.
massive. Come
That
on.
would be, yeah. Ryan would have to buy that one.
he would. Man.
Imagine if you could connect two keychains via a little lead you
Yeah,
could
like
buy.
you used to
and
with
then
the
you
old
could both play.
Dreamcast
Yeah,
memory
two-player
card.
like that. Oh, that would be
Yeah.
wicked.
See, here we are. We've
It's a
started
trick,
off
mate.
started off saying the keychains aren't for us, and by the end of it, we're like, if you release this, I'll buy it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You wanna, do you know what I mean? So, what's everyone's? I think with a couple of different tweaks, this could be a really good idea. It's the ideas there, but with a couple of tweaks, like you said, connection cables to battle each other or trade stuff. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, wasn't it? Trade like the old link cables and stuff. Tamagotchi flea, yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
now that'd be
So-
wicked.
Yeah, just a little tweak, couple of tweaks. Like, and I think this could have done really well. But
yeah,
it's that's the difference. Just a tiny little thing, and bang, it would be worth it.
it's interesting, isn't it?
When it comes to
I think I just like with the Super Pocket. I think I need to have it in my hand so that I can actually see what it looks like, what it feels like, what does it play like, and then from there, everything else kind of either
Is that
sells or
buzzing?
doesn't sell itself. Yeah, exactly. It would never be used as a keychain. Yeah, Ryan, I tell you, mate, that Intellivision one comes out, you are getting it. Even if
Pokemon,
I
yeah.
buy it for you, you will have this Intellivision keyring, man.
Triangle faces game.
Yeah, we could get one with Puck on it.
Puck. It's like his version of Pac-Man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sensible
Oh,
Soccer.
man.
I think Sensible Soccer would have been a great one. Link cable so you can meet up and play different people if they've got one. Indie, like an indie game one. Do you know what I mean? Like we've played all the
It's there.
there's little things I think could have tweaked it that would really make it worth it. But yeah, the keychains are now out in the wild, and you can
So
still get them.
There we go. Genuinely thought that would probably take up most of the podcast, and it kind of has. I mean, you got to give it to Blaze. We're talking about it, and that is always a good start. Talking about a product is always a good start. So, yeah, I know a couple of people in the chat said they've had one. I think Nicholas Skippin said he had the Space Invaders one. So, if you do have them or you've got them on order, please let us know what you think of them. What do they play like? If you want to take some photos or do a little video unboxing, like please do. Would love to see it.
Yeah, put it in the Hangout.
Yep. Either bring it to the Hangout, bring it to the TVG page, just bring it somewhere. We want to see this stuff. So yeah. Keychains, they are there, and you could buy them. So, also in news, Neo-Geo Arcade Collections 2 and 3 are already out in America.
Not
in
here.
America, the United States of America, baby. They are out there. I'm going to assume they're doing quite well because this is very much an American geared product, even though I'm enjoying the shit out of mine. So really looking forward to the second and third carts coming out. But yeah, Blunders, you would have had a chance to play the carts 2 and 3 in your preview. So what can you tell me? Sell me Arcade Collection 2 and 3.
Sengoku is phenomenal. I think hang on, I'll just stop sharing because my PC will just go mad. So yeah, for me, 2 is better than 3. I think Arcade 2, I just found I enjoyed it a lot more. Ninja Commando is fantastic. Metal Slug 2, I really enjoy. Cross Swords is another one I've never played or heard of before. And Sengoku 2 is another great game. Art of Fighting 2, I think and there's Mark of the Wolves. There's 2 fighting games on here, which I think you would really like, Ollie. But for me, Metal Slug 2, Ninja Commando, Sengoku, and Cross Swords, I think are fantastic titles. And I really enjoyed playing these because there were games that are not really, other than obviously Metal Slug I've played, but the others I've heard of but not really had time to play, and this was a bit of discovery for me. But yeah, I do hope that these do really well. I haven't pre-ordered mine yet because I forgot. And yeah, they've just come out up on Argos, so I'm going to be getting them through Argos. And they're only £20. They're $19.99. So keychain, Neo-Geo 2. I'm sorry, my money's going at Neo-Geo 2 and 3.
It's a good price, isn't it? Again, 20 quid for that. So Derek, this is definitely something you will have played in your gaming life. I'm absolutely certain of it. But Neo-Geo Collection 2 and 3, do either of those sort of grab your fancy? I know the Neo-Geo one was not necessarily high on your list.
No, but I've got already. Of course, we're every day.
Hang on.
It's
not me struggling.
We might have lost you a little bit there, Derek. It's you've turned into R2D2, which was
Oh, no, yeah, so it's frozen.
Hold fire. Somebody go and put 50p in the meter for Derek.
Maybe you start. You talk and I'll wait for him to come back.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just up for more Neo-Geo. That's what I'm up for. From this collection, I'm all in. I think I just need more of it. So excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze.
So I'll just read out. So,
excuse me.
2 is Mark of the Wolves, Art Fighting 2, Metal Slug 2, Cross Swords, Ninja Commander, and Sengoku 2. Yeah, and then number 3. I'm just waiting for it to load.
I mean, that in itself has already sold me.
There it is. Then 3, once it loads, it is King of Fighters 97. So I think that's got Ollie written all over it. Metal Slug 3, Samurai Showdown 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Pilots it was all right. I didn't really like it. Super Sidekicks was actually a lot better than I thought. It's a footballing game. And Twinkle Star Sprites is really weird, and I didn't really understand what the hell I was doing. But you're basically a shoot 'em up, a shmup, but you're going forwards and you're trying to attack the other side. So there's 2 people going at once. So it's like it's a competitive twist to the shoot 'em up genre. It's not.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not rubbish car. I quite like both. I will get both. But yeah, Derek is now back. He can let you know.
Yeah, fill us in.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I did an extensive amount of Neo Geo gaming, both on the Neo Geo itself, and I used to go regularly to a leisure centre where they used to have a Neo Geo cabinet with several games on, and then obviously a big hotel not far from my home still has a Neo Geo cabinet in there. So yeah, as I say, if ever they sell it, I've got first dibs on that. But it's well used as well by people that use the hotel, which is lovely. But yeah, I mean, even back in the 90s, I had a Neo Geo emulator. I had a disc you put into the PC, and I could play practically every Neo Geo game there was. So I did all the Neo Geo gaming I've ever needed to do. And it's just as I've got a little bit older, I've sort of put the kibosh on a few things now that I really don't need to go back over. As I said, I've got Nintendo on all sorts of things like the Nintendo Wii, etc. So yeah, I don't feel I'm missing anything there now. But these 2 collections, if you're new to Neo Geo, and a large amount of people will be, they've perhaps dabbled here or there, but perhaps they haven't done an extensive amount of Neo Geo gaming. Picking up these collections is an ideal chance to dive into that world if that's your thing. Myself now, I'm just looking for a slightly different angle on gaming. So as I say, I don't really need to go back over old ground, but there are some great games on there. And don't be put off just because I'm not picking them up. At the end of the day, I'm only going to pick up the collections that really interest me. And if Neo Geo interests you, then that's the collections you want to go and pick up. So yeah, end of the month, it might be an ideal thing for underneath your Christmas tree. Get those Neo Geo 2 and 3, and you can be giving them a blast on Christmas Day. Why not?
28th of November is the UK release, it says. Is that right, Derek?
Yeah, 26th, 28th. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just had a quick look on places like Argos, and they've definitely got them. Excuse me, they've definitely got both of these carts up for pre-order. If you would like. Although I did just have a little thing flash up for me. It was like 56 people have ordered this recently. So clearly it is an in-demand cart, and that's just from Argos. That's not from Funstock. That's not from Amazon. That's just from another retailer. And we have said before in the past, obviously, we're not affiliated with Argos unless they would love to sponsor us, in which case, bring it on. That'd be great. But you can get some cracking deals on Evercade in Argos for British. For British viewers, that is. American viewers, I don't think Argos do anything to America. But
read that one now, that comment.
Amazon US has 2 and 3 available for pre-order again, but with a placeholder of date of 31st of December. My original pre-orders are pushed back to February 6th.
6th, I know. Jeez.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Sorry about that.
Hell? Is that because we're making keychains and we can't get our carts made?
Yeah, there's plenty of keychains though. Don't worry about that. They're not going to run out of keychains. So yeah.
Jeez.
Damn. That is intense. Yeah, that is intense. And this is, I guess, sticking still with that topic. Has the has that shipping debacle ended for them, or is that still in place? Is Funstock still not directly shipping to America?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah. So
Wow.
for America, then it has to come from another retailer.
Yeah, another retailer. So yeah, Castlevania Games, Songbird Pro, anybody like that, Video Games Plus. Yeah, get there, and honestly, those guys will sort you out. They're really, really solid retailers.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man, that's a real shame. Not that you can still get it, which is great. So it's not really a shame at all, is it? But to not be able to ship your product that you want, all because of these flipping tariffs and nonsense like that. Shocking. Good evening, Morley Brooks.
Buy them here like speeder and send them to you. You get them quicker, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, certainly for me, I think probably what I might end up doing is actually just going and having a little cheeky pre-order of 2 and 2 and 3. I could pick it up on the day it comes out. I'm enjoying the hell out of my first collection, so I think I've got high hopes for the second one.
Good man.
Excellente. Right, before we talk about our next topic, we do have a couple of comments starred for questions. If you do have a question you would like to ask, please get it into the chat. Obviously, start your question with Dear Derek, and we will get to the Dear Derek section of the podcast in a moment. Get some questions in there, and we'll do our best to answer them. If we can't answer them, maybe we'll answer them with a random fact about something else instead, so that you get an answer of sorts. Right. Next topic. The Taito Alpha is now out, and this is a very good looking alpha.
It's already been discounted, mate.
Look
at this. Bosh. £200 on Argos as we speak.
Dang.
Or do what I did and have an Argos card and pay it off in 12 months.
Come on, they can do better than that. Get that price down.
Yeah.
But just look at it. It is an absolutely beautiful looking alpha. It really is. It's the side. It's the side for me. The side, absolutely. Look at it.
It's lovely.
I love the button colors and the stick. Wonderful.
Yep. Yeah. This is when this is maybe why I guess we do, critique Blaze sometimes, because when they do something questionable, we talk about it. But when they do something solid, man, is it solid. And that's just an incredible. If you don't own either the Taito Super Pocket or any of the carts yet, this would be the one. This would be it for me.
Yeah, £200. Get yourself an Argos card, pay it off in 12 months. Job done. That's how I got mine.
Derek, do you know off the top of your head which games are on the Taito Alpha?
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's there, but it's very small for my eyes.
I can tell you if you want.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you tell us Rastan and whatnot, isn't it?
Bubble, Space Invaders, Fairyland Story. Is it Kadish? Growl's fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Elevator Action, Rastan, Bubble, the New Zealand Story, and The Legend of Cage.
Can't go wrong with New Zealand Story. Again, it's an absolute banger. If this cabinet had Rainbow Islands and Paracel Stars on it, I would have leapt on it. Honestly, that would have been in my collection already. But unfortunately, it was missing those couple. It doesn't mean I'm not going to pick it up. It just needs to be at the right price for me. So, yeah, I'm sure they can do some January sales on there or a little Black Friday deal, and I can nip in there and snag that for a nice, tidy price. And, nothing would give me more pleasure. I love a bit of Bubble. Obviously, the second person has to use an arcade controller or an arcade stick. that you can plug in, which does take a little bit away from it. But at the end of the day, it's a little Ever SD and some Rainbow Islands and Parasol Stars in there, and happy days, isn't it? So it can I'm sure there's a way around. But I think it is popular. I know a guy on X who literally picked one up about a day or so ago. He couldn't wait to tell me. I knew he'd been desperate for one, and he did see the price drop, and he jumped in, and he was absolutely thrilled that he grabbed one. And I'm really thrilled for him because he's a great guy. So I should be very excited to see what he thinks when it arrives.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely a really exciting little alpha machine, that one. I still have yet to make the leap. I really need to sort out the game room where I am at the moment and sort of get it into some sort of order, because there's a lovely spot right in the center of my desk here that none of you can see because it's right in front of me here. And all I can think is, an alpha would look really nice there.
Oh, sugar. I'm putting questions up by accident.
I'm
putting questions up by accident. I'll start them, don't worry.
That's it. You're fired.
Yeah, Peter, you read my mind, mate. This is the one that if it comes out, depending what gets on there, I might have to sell the other one and get it, because I don't want to.
This is the one that Triangle Face is keeping his money aside for, isn't he? He's holding out hope, whereas I know the one I want. And I just need to.
I don't know if you're going to get Simpsons Arcade one, mate.
That wasn't what I was thinking. I figured I've gone at least a few weeks without mentioning the Simpsons Arcade. No, I really want to pick up the Street Fighter one, because
Ryan's got that.
He has. And I would, if I had the pennies right now, I would nab it off him.
Mates rates.
Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3. Just that.
Mates rate.
With an arcade stick. He was already offering a good mates rates. He really was.
Oh, was he? Just pay him in installments.
Yeah, if Ryan takes
Space Invaders 91. Yeah, if he pays Klarna, he'll be right.
Yeah, Ryan, if you take Klarna, or if you would accept a payment from an Argos card over 6 months or something, let me know.
That's the thing. I think if, like he says, most of these most title games not available on carts, better off with the Capcom variants for exclusive games. And he does make a valid point here. If you've already got the carts, are you gonna? And are you really gonna be looking to get one of these titles if you've got the carts already? And there's not many crossover games, is there?
No, that's a good shout.
100%.
Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Alpha. That would be the absolute jugulars. It would, yeah. And you know what? Jack the price up for that sort of thing. If you could have X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom, Capcom 2, Capcom 3.
Because like we said, WrestleQuest has just been done, hasn't it? The wrestling one that everyone loves. So it is doable.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I would pay for the high-end collection one, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Righty. Right. We are on time this evening, gentlemen. We are actually on time. Which is great. So, Blunners, for our final topic of the evening, roll VT.
Do you have a question? Well, now's your chance. It's time to ask Derek.
I do have a little dance every time that comes on. Catchy. So, let us go to the first couple of questions. Outrun Alpha. Jesus wept. With a little steering wheel. That would just be the that would be the nuts. Boom. First question is from Nicholas Skippins. Is there any more news on when we will be able to update the Super Pocket via Apple iMac using Apple Silicon?
I've not heard anything yet, unfortunately, guys. I really, really am pulling for you because I know more and more people with the Apple iMacs and things that want to be able to do this update. So it's really important that Blaze, I think, put the real pedal to the metal, especially in 2026, and we make this happen by Easter, because it's just not good enough for people that need to update. I know people that have purchased cartridges and they currently don't run on their Super Pocket until they've updated it. So it is that important, because I don't want them wasting their money on more cartridges that they can't play.
No, they can't play them. That's mental.
Yeah. Also, next question from good friend Nicholas Skippins: are Mega CD games possible on the Evercade? That is a good question.
Yeah, they are possible. Yeah, they are possible. So yeah, is it something I'd like to see? Absolutely. There's some brilliant options there for Mega CD. So provided Blaze can get the licenses, I'd love to see something like a Giga Kart with Mega CD Earthworm Jim or something like that. That'd be fantastic. So who knows?
That is the ultimate version as well.
It's wasted at the moment as well because nobody else is doing it. Literally, no one. No.
Market
there, gold mine. Yeah.
Okay. Next question from James Barcar. Dear Derek, now that we have Roadcraft DX, what is the next homebrew or indie game that we should be lobbying Blaze for?
Well, I think we mentioned it on last time's podcast, and it's that Spectrum game. I think that's the big pull. But I mean, there might be a game I'll be mentioning in the coming weeks if you're tuning in. I've been made a chief tester for Nate Gaines and on a Pacific title, and it is rather spectacular. But yeah, I can't reveal anything at the moment. But I will be playing it in full over the next coming weeks, really giving it the rundown. So we're going to find out, and I'm going to do all I can to try and pull that to the Evercade.
Yeah, but Jay, this is what we want. We want more of these. We want more of these indie homebrew like titles because they don't get the love on, and Evercade is a place where they can give them a physical version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like that Spectrum game, it gets lost in a sea on things like like the eShop. There's millions of games, so why would I think of that one? But on the Evercade, it puts a spotlight on it, and that's just what we want.
Cubics, and if you're in the Hangout, I did post it in there. You can download it for free and play it on your PC.
Mm-hmm. So, next question from Dan Upton. Dear Derek, when are we going to get an Amsoft collection?
Well, wouldn't that be special? And I would absolutely love it. I mean, the Amstrad CPC 464 was a cracking console computer. And if you purchased it back in the day, you'll remember there's Roland on the Ropes and, Roland in the Caves, The Prize, just to name a few. I used to love Oh Mummy, of course. That was one of the first games I completed on the Amstrad. It had some fantastic games in the Amsoft collection. Now, of course, Alan Sugar still has those rights, and he's opening an Amstrad museum, I gather, and he's gathering lots of brilliant stuff to put in there. So, I would love nothing more than for Blaze to go and wrestle a collection from him. I have appealed to him on several occasions. I've actually written to him and asked directly. So I don't think it's out of the realm. I just think it's a matter of whether Blaze can be bothered. And I'd like to think they can be bothered because, again, no one else is doing those games. And I can assure you, if you bring them, there are some absolutely fantastic ones. I used to love 3D boxing. There's some brilliant games, and I don't want people to miss out on them because, again, they'll be lost to time.
Mm-hmm. Next one from Ross. I'm going to have to say it like that every time I see the name. Ross. Dear Derek, have you heard any suggestions that Blaze will be doing anything significant, noteworthy, or interesting for the upcoming 50th Red
Cart?
Oh, there we are. Yeah, there could be something big planned. Unfortunately, you'll just have to wait and see. But it's going to go unnoticed. That's one thing for sure. So, there could be something afoot.
Okay. Exciting. Just jumping back to the other regular chat so I can just see what people are saying as well. Next question from Colm. Dear Derek, any cheats for Earthworm Jim 3? Earthworm Jim 3 weeks later, stuck in the submarine.
Stuck in the submarine. I do love a bit of Earthworm Jim. Really, I should do a little cheat section perhaps on the podcast each
Yeah,
week.
shit.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, remember the controls are topsy-turvy on the Evercade handheld, so they won't necessarily be what I'm about to tell you. But obviously, if you have a look in what's in the booklet and compare it, if you want something like, say, a level select, you want to pause the game, and then you want to press left, A, B, B, A, right, A, B, B, A, then press start. If you wanted a level skip, again, pause, press A, C, C, A, then press start. And that should hopefully help you out. Otherwise, get in that password section and get the cheese to sick bay.
Amazing.
Man, that was absolute Games Master magic. That was there. All you needed was a monocle and a big giant robot head.
Yeah, robot
And that
head,
would have
yeah.
just been perfect. Yeah. Man, yeah, that level is an absolute swine. I will absolutely side with you, Colm. I just would take it slow and steady. Just slow and steady. Try not to go too slow, but just slow and steady, I think. Dominic Bradley, dear Derek, what do you predict being the must-have Evercade item for 2026? Whether that's a game, alpha, super pocket, or other.
Well, I would say game-wise, it's between Roguecraft and the Rare Collection. I would say both of those are instant hits. Absolutely. So, anybody that's picked up Roguecraft will know what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure most of you will have pre-ordered that Rare cartridge. And let's face it, I think that's going to be really, really special.
Yeah, don't disagree with on that. Next question from Gamertron. Dear Derek, do you know if Game of the Month will be returning next year and hopefully Indie Heroes 5 for 2027?
Well, we haven't said goodbye to Indie Heroes. That's the most important thing to remember. It is coming back. This was just a break year, 2025. Obviously, we're moving now towards the end of the year. Will we see it back around sort of March, April time? It's highly possible. Yeah, one of those two is definitely highly possible for then. And obviously, I'm rooting for Indie Heroes because we do need some indie goodness. It is going to be a little bit less indie focus next year. So I think that's really important that Blaze jump on that. I think another year of boring old, everybody's got the same game on a cartridge. Here we are. You can look at it again. We tolerated that this year, but unfortunately it has meant people dropping off the Evercade ecosystem and perhaps like myself, not picking the Evercade up as often as they used to. I used to pick it up every month to play the indie game of the month. Even if it was bad, I still played it. And as I said, we did get some bangers in there like Martop, Donut Dodo, etc. So we did get some absolute killers, and it did encourage me to pick the Evercade up, especially Donut Dodo. I could not put it down at the time. I was always on it. Every time I sat down, I was accompanied by my EXP. So Blaze really do need to look at that format, and hopefully that'll reinvent people like myself getting into a lazy coffee afternoon and playing some great indie games.
Yeah,
indeedy. Next question from Peter Redwin. Dear Derek, your thoughts on Retro Games A1200?
Absolutely amazing. Pre-orders go live shortly this month. So, I would encourage people, if you're going to have a Christmas present, perhaps jump on that. At least it's paid for. It's out the way. Obviously, we're looking for June release next year. The fantastic game, of course, Rough and Tumble features on there. That's one of my personal favorites. It came out very late in the Amiga's life, but is absolutely spectacular. It is a game that's rock hard, but I can assure you, you can complete it. I've done it myself. It is a marvelous, marvelous game. You've never seen pixel art like it in your life. It should have landed on the Evercade, to be honest. Unfortunately, it hasn't. I'm currently playing Rad Rogers, which is a sort of a spiritual successor on the Nintendo Switch, because obviously the character in Rough and Tumble is called something like Rough Rogers. So this is kind of his son in Rad Rogers. But it's a fantastic computer, and I'm sure there's lots of potential there, to play all your favorite Amiga games. So, it comes with a mouse. Yeah, it comes with a mouse, it comes with a joypad, and yeah, it's really, really simple to play your own
25
ROMs on.
games as well.
Yeah, it's got 25 games. Yeah, I mean, I only look at that Turrican. I mean, we should have had a Turrican collection on the Evercade before now. It's such a shame that it's come to the fact that, you know, the A1200's bagging all these brilliant, brilliant games. And where's our Turrican collection? Come on, Blaze, you know, pick up the pace, because to buy them on the Nintendo Switch, if I want the 2-pack from Limited Run Games, I'm probably looking between £70 and £100. Obviously, you can pick up the bit cheaper collection. We actually got all the games on, but you know, I'm pretty sure Blaze could do something there, and I'd certainly like to see what they could do.
Yeah.
That's good.
We've got 2 more. We've got Vernon Couchman. Dear Derek, do you now have to prepare? Wait a second, I need to sit forward.
Pre-order,
To read
I
it.
think, maybe.
Do you now have to pre-order every game, or possibly wait longer than 6 months to get them? On release, games are out of stock for months on end.
Yeah, I mean, it never used to be like this originally. It used to be people that wanted to pre-order were welcome to do so, and then people that wanted it on the day could go ahead and order. Obviously, Blaze are manufacturing lower numbers. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but it is disappointing, because obviously I've got people hassling me saying, you know, I want this Neo-Geo 1 and all that, but the time goes on and the next cartridges come out, and then they say, oh, well, you know, I didn't pick it up in the end. Yeah, so it loses a sale. So it's so important that Blaze is on the ball and they make sure retailers have plenty of stock. So rather than just give them the 10 they've ordered, perhaps they could buy 10 more. And then that way it just gives them that little bit of blanket stock and everybody's happy.
1.5 million, wasn't it? He was near 1.5. Could have been near 2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, possibly. Okay, and last question from Colm. Dear Derek, when will the first Evercade carts of 2026 be released?
Well, I think Blaze is targeting February. So, you know, obviously we would hear about some cartridges in December, ready ahead of their release. So hopefully, as I say, the only trouble is obviously there's some people that are waiting for Neo-Geo 2 and 3 till February. So, yeah, I would like to, if they had to push it back a bit, but it made sure they kept to their schedule, I'd rather they did that than so everybody got them when they were supposed to get them. Obviously, it is quite concerning. We've had this Neo-Geo problem as well, whether this was just a printing error or whether this is one that's going to kind of stagger us into 2026 and push it back, I don't know. So I think perhaps Blaze has to sit down, have a look at their timeline, and perhaps if we have to make it March, then we do. But at least that way, everybody gets one. And perhaps they can manufacture enough stock that people that don't want to pre-order, especially with Christmas in the way, I totally get it. You know, you've got to pay for the kids' presents, you know, you're getting your own stuff. So, you know, you haven't got free money to pre-order. So it'd be nice if they can have enough stock for, say, March, and then we can pick it up there and then in the month and not have to worry if we haven't pre-ordered.
Yeah. Okay. And chaps, that does it for episode 70. We've not had as much to talk about, but certainly I think that's not been a bad thing, because the things we have talked about, we have kind of needed to talk about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next podcast in 2 weeks. I'm going to be intrigued to see if within these 2 weeks, more people have picked up the keychains. So if you do purchase a keychain, please let us know in the Hangout, let us know in the TVG page. We want to know what you think. If you can do a little video as well, that would be most welcome. Feel free to share that. Yeah, it'd be great to hear from you. Okay, size comparison. Look at that. Kabam.
Something I prepared earlier.
Lovely to see some new names in the chat as well. So, you know, you are all very, very welcome here. Please do go back. We have a plethora. We have a plethora of other episodes for you to digest. We've got other content on there as well via our other podcasts that we do. So, you know, please do stick around, and hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy. if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because that helps us out a huge amount, and it is completely free. Do give the thumbs up, a little push as well, because that lets us know you've been here. It lets us know you've enjoyed the show, and that also helps us out in the elusive YouTube algorithm. And if you have a burning desire to support the channel in another way, you can become a channel member for £1 and all of that money goes straight back into prizes and various other things for you guys. We don't talk about it very often, but we do have t-shirts. We've got the odd little t-shirt here and there. A few people have bought some shirts. They're great fun to make.
Member.
Peter Redwin, you're an absolute gentleman. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That always means so much to us. But yeah, I'm sure the link for the t-shirts is in the description. If it's not, we'll put it there. Yeah, some great designs in there. They're great fun. But yeah, until next time, we will see you Monday, and it is ModCons on Monday.
Yeah, because we got our ass handed to us on Timmy's Tanks, didn't we? So
we did. Chat absolutely obliterated us. So yeah, goddamn. I'd just forgotten about that. So yes, ModCons on Monday. We have a lot to talk about on that as well. So until next time, everyone, we will see you soon.